Mga higala, kumusta? Welcome to another episode of the Chyrel Macale Cariaga Show. And of course, we're live at UHF Digital Terrestrial Television, Channel 51. And we're also live at Parasat Cable TV, Channel 29. And of course, we're also live at Jade Cable TV, Channel 27 or 28. And of course, we're also live at DEARBC Cable TV, Analog, Channel 19, Digital Channel 2. And of course, we're also live at our Facebook page, live at JAO TV 51_official. And of course, we're also live at JAO FM 107.1. And of course, you could also see us live at our YouTube channel. That's JAO 51_official. JAO TV is the first teleradio in Northern Mindanao. The DOST is the provider of world-class scientific, technological, and innovative solution that will lead to higher productivity and better quality of life. Ladies and gentlemen, on our studio today, let us all welcome the Science Research Specialists to Nova Bell Calotes, and of course we also have our Project Technical Assistant for Engineer Veg Clark V. Meir. Hello, how are you guys?
Hello, good morning.
Welcome back, and it's been a long invitation, and finally you're here in the seat of JAO TV. So let us talk about, the recent concluded Innovation Day. It was very exciting because I know there were a lot of innovators and of course our entrepreneurs that were there participating on that great event. And in fact, we did have a very special guest all the way from Pennsylvania. Ward University representative Dr. To was there with us, and of course there was an exciting discussions about more of the innovation, and he practically had said that without innovation we die.
Wow,
so let's talk about more of that. Let's talk about why we have our yearly Innovation Day.
Yes, aside that it's anchored from a law, we also need to celebrate the innovations of our local researchers, of our startups, and a lot of our innovation centers here in Region 10. So that's why we continuously celebrate the accomplishments of our innovators here in Region 10.
So what was the significance of having that in terms of our innovators and researchers, because I know that they were very grateful for DOST in terms of your undying support to them, especially on their ongoing researches, and of course you also have their innovative ideas wherein it comes to life because of DOST.
Wow, innovations come to life because of DOST. I like that, ma'am. That's very nice. And to answer your question, we always tag along our startups and innovators in Region 10 because we want them to really apply that their researches, that their innovations be brought to the communities, be brought to people, so that people can appreciate science and technology and innovation.
That's true, because I also understand that without this innovation in our changing times, of course, we are moving forward to the new era now. And if our technology is not in harmony with the times of today, we might not be able to cope up with what's happening in the world and, competitively understand, the movement and, of course, the innovation and the progress of a nation, right?
Yes, I agree. And that's also one of the things that we also always reiterate to our innovators, that their new innovations must always be need-based and must be addressing a certain pressing issue in the community, in their certain communities.
Yeah, and I was very, very overwhelmed because when I asked Dr. To about, if some of the DOST people were there, a very interesting question was I was asking him about, do you have a technology now or a study or research in your laboratories in the Ward University we're in, we will know about the virus detection for us to be able to know, so that we will prevent it from the economy collapsing around the world. Because even if there are a lot of innovations in the world, if the virus strikes or the pandemic strikes, the economy collapses.
Yes, we have experienced that in the recent pandemic.
And 26, and he said, Dr. To was telling me that there were 26 viruses that they were able to detect now that it's going to strike in the near future. So at least now there are technologies and innovations wherein we are very confident that sooner or later we can prevent the pandemic from happening. So we have Engineer Veg, and let us talk about your assistance. I know that you play a great role, and DOST plays a great role in helping out our researchers.
Yes, Ma'am Chyrel. No? Research is one of the core components of the DOST programs, and it's part of our whole process from idea to commercialization,
Right.
meaning that from the ideas of our researchers, we bridge them towards the point where they are able to commercialize or put their technologies in the market.
So ideas coming to life.
Yes,
And
basically.
that is basically what we're trying to push them through, having this dream and making it a reality, and this research and their ideas that this actually happening right before our eyes, because I know that there are assistants that you need to prove also that this is applicable in the recent times.
Yes, ma'am. I totally agree. And we believe that aside from adding new knowledge, research and development could actually push our economies to its full potential.
That's right.
So we believe that through research, we are able to create new products to put into the market. We are able to improve existing processes and etc.
Yeah, just recently I've spoken to some of the people of the DOST and USTP, and some of the engineers there were discussing about biogas. So these are the biogas turning into green gas, and that is one of the best things now to protect the environment from fumes, and of course this gas that actually affects the health of the people. So one of the best things that they have created was this bike wherein it's rechargeable, and then you can just use it wherever else, and that's one of the best thing. And I think the OST was one of those component that actually helps them out through that research.
Yes po. The USTP has been very enthusiastic in terms of waste to energy, renewable energy technologies, and we're very happy that they are able to really connect with DOST in pushing for those researches.
Yes.
And aside from USTP po, I would like to add Xavier University. They recently got their project approved on their green biohydrogen
Wow.
facility or green biohydrogen laboratory in
Wow.
Xavier University.
Wow, that's one thing to look forward to,
Yes.
and knowing what's going to be the outcome of the research. And then we should also talk about this food preservation, wherein the agricultural sector will be able to also have the help and assistance from the DOST in preserving the food to having a more or a long shelf life. Because there are, for example, if the tomatoes are just going to be wasted on the streets, and because there's no really a good demand for it, and then it's just going to be the investment or ROI is not going to be returned, but it's going to be wasted. And at least there are innovation now, or our technology wherein we could preserve them in a longer period, so that they will be used and pagkakitaan naman ng ating mga agriculturist.
Yes,
po.
we like that you mentioned that it's going to help the economy, because in our innovations, right, Mensch, we also consider that it has to be economically viable. It has to
Yes.
be competitive in the
Yes.
market, and that's why we help the farmers and the MSMEs as well.
Yes, that's right.
If
So-
I may add po, no, the current contention about research is it's just sticking to the shelves, no, being printed in book-binded papers. But what we want is to bring those research outputs outside from the shelves, actually putting them in the market, so that our researchers and basically our economy could benefit from it.
And then I have remembered and recalled that there is a solar preservation on that, where there are sun-dried machines wherein you providing for the farmers now, right? And I've spoken to one RTD of DOST was discussing about that. Sir Lole was giving us the idea that it's going to be distributed all over Bukidnon, wherein we will be able to teach our farmers to preserve through that solar energy drying machine.
Yeah, I think you're referring to the portable solar dryer.
Yes,
and this
Portasol.
one- yes,
It's called Portasol.
It was designed by a Filipino inventor.
Wow.
And it's currently being distributed to the farmers in Bukidnon. As you know, Bukidnon has a very, it's always always raining, it has a cold weather, so their agricultural products are usually, left to rot, the access, so that's the innovation that we want them to adopt.
I would really say that DOST is one of my favorite agencies in the Department of the Government because, you guys have really been able to get in touch and really reach out to the people wherein these people really need help, from the government, and you guys are really active, listening to them and giving them ideas. And we have brilliant people in the DOST wherein they do the research and give them advice on what to do. And at least, we progress from there. It's just about asking for help and having this hand-in-hand, cooperation with our farmers and the government all at the same time, the sharing collective of ideas where we could have the breakthrough of the technologies today.
Yes, that's what we, as Vench mentioned a while ago, that's what we really want. We want to break the stigma that science and technology is just for the researchers, for the scientists, and those wearing white lab
I remember
coats.
just to make a laugh about it, Senator Villar was just very adamant and was very, very upset, during those, those Senate hearings, like, puro kayo research, wala namang yung nakukuha sa research. But the thing is, I want that there is actually a result of those research because we're funding the government. The government is funding for that, and we should know results, not just because utilizing the money for nothing. And that is taxpayers' money, that we're using. And we need to be very vigilant about that because, the media is the watchdog of the government. And we need to know what's happening. So, I apologize sometimes. I'm very, very active in case of asking the result of all of these researches because we wanted to know. You can't waste the people's money and the taxpayers' money just for nothing, right?
Yes, I agree, and that is why we'd really like to thank all of our media friends, especially Jade TV, that we're given the platform to showcase what we've actually done so far and over the years and our recent milestones as well.
Right, so that's right. So, Vansh, can you tell us more about your assistance and the programs that you're actually offering to our researchers and, of course, our innovators?
Right. Our researchers can actually approach DOST 10 for support in terms of funding for their research. And aside from that, improving their capabilities as researchers. So we have the 3 consortia who are actively assisting our researchers to pursue their projects. So one of that is Normin Sheard for Industry, Energy, and Emerging Technology. We also have Normin Cord for Health Research, and we also have NOMCARD for Agriculture, Aquatic, and Natural Resources.
So these are the categories that they could enter to.
Yes.
Wherein they would know what category they fall. So at least they would know, like, oh, I have to go here because this is what my product is about. And I was very happy about the cocoa sugar, manufacturing now with the people in, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in, was it Salai or something?
I think it's Hasaan.
Hasaan.
Yeah.
And then we were there, witnessing this, and you guys have been giving them, an insight and an idea, and finally a machine wherein they don't need to have it, on a manual kind of way, wherein you've given them one of those very brilliant, a machine wherein they could actually just produce the sugar from there.
And we're very happy with our researchers, Ma'am, no, because they keep on putting the interests of the community or their target beneficiaries for their individual researches. So we have a lot of research involving cooperatives as their target beneficiaries. We also have those who are for our fisher, fish folks, sorry.
Fisher folks.
Fisher folks. And also for our farmers.
Yeah.
No, so we thank our researchers for really putting those sectors in consideration.
Now, I've seen in China where the research were in, those dried vegetables are already in the market now. Wherein, if like a kid does not eat the vegetable, it can be into a cracker. So I was very amazed because the okras were even dried and made into a cracker. So the children actually enjoys this taste because this innovation has helped them a way wherein they can actually reach out to the children's market, and that is very very hard because some children doesn't really like vegetables. So are we doing something about that also here in the Philippines, wherein we're drying all the vegetables or and turn it into somewhat like a cracker?
We have constant improvement in our food products. No?
Because I know also have kamote and all those the chips or the ubi chips are actually out in the market now. Maybe it's also a good idea to have this like maybe like malunggay crunch or something like that. That's a good idea, right? Like say like pichay crunch or something like that. And I hope that that will be soon in our markets.
Yes, po. We have actually partnered with our different institutions.
But there is someone that applied for that, like some of the researchers here in Region 10 have that idea already and applied for DOST?
Yes, po.
Okay.
We actually have developments in our indigenous products turning into a more acceptable product in the market.
Right.
So we constantly partner with our food innovation centers here in the region. So we have our USTP Food Innovation Center. We also have our Food Innovation Center from CMU. So they are the ones who are really pushing for putting our food products into a marketable na design or marketable na products.
That's great. I mean, you know, DOST has been a very big, you know, factor in terms of the progress in our economy because DOST has always been there, and I'm really glad you guys are very present, you know, and then you're very in touch with all of our researchers and our developers and our also our innovators because they need help actually, and I'm really glad that you guys are very present in their lives and teaching them like, you know, the step by step and how to get there and really have the breakthrough in being an entrepreneur itself. So that's one of the best things about DOST. So tell me more, Vench, about what are your ways forward for this year and what is the new mandate of the new president, President Bongbong Marcos, to DOST. I know there are a lot of changes and new directives wherein we need to like focus on that.
All right. I think everyone has been hearing from President Bongbong Marcos, no, about research, innovation, and I think our agency will be much more proactive in terms of research. So we will be reaching out to our researchers more and constantly assist our research institutions, our academic institutions to pursue research. And aside from that, we are currently reaching out to those institutions who haven't really accessed research funding yet from DOST or any of its attached agencies. And we help them by providing capability building trainings like project proposal making, and also we assist them in protecting their patenting their research outputs.
Right.
So we provide write-shops and we actually provide as well technical support in the writing of the application.
So I think are you also you know in cooperation with the DTI because you know they also need marketing and packaging all at the same time. Is DOST helping out with that too?
I think DTI has been one of our
core
big
agencies, yes.
partners in a lot of our programs and projects. And I think an example of that is our OroBest Innovation Program.
Right.
No? DTI is one of our partners. And also for the Iliginize program, DTI is also one of our
DOST
partners.
is actually plays a very big role because you know like you're actually going to manufacture for them. You're gonna help them reproduce their products in a very quicker way because you know the yield sometimes is very small when you do the manual kind of way. And now when we apply the technology, it gives them more productivity. So, but But the thing is, DOST needs help also from other outside agencies, especially like DTI, where they could actually help you out with the marketing, outside, in the marketing side. So that's one of the best things. Now, I know that here in Mindanao, there are a lot of agencies that is working hand in hand to actually help that out. Especially NEDA is also one of the biggest factor, and they would know and help out, also our entrepreneurs and our researchers to be able to really reach the peak of success, right? So now, Belle, can you tell us more about because I know that there are, they say before, they were complaining about madugo daw ang the application, and especially when you have the feasibility studies that you need to really, present to DOSTs for the DOST to really screen and assess and really, know that this is really a productive project, so that, the money of the government will not be in waste. So, is it already simplified? It's not like dili na kay madugo for them to be able to reach, the goal of applying for DOST's assistance.
All right, so with that question, in your previous question about the President's support to DOST, so one of his mandates and also the Secretary's mandate is that we have to strengthen our wealth creation. So that's a holistic approach of our assistance to MSMEs and farmers and researchers.
Wow.
So with that, we have eased down our requirements. So I think Vench can...
East. Okay. Yes. So let's try to make sure easing it down.
Yeah. So I think Vench can further explain the list of requirements for our researchers, applicants. But later on, I will also share the list of requirements for our MSMEs and our different programs for them. So
okay. Vench.
All right. The very basic thing that our researchers should consider is if their proposed idea is within the priority area set by our region.
It is applicable today.
Yes, because what we're trying to push is something that is contributing to our economic, regional and national economic growth.
Right.
So that's the first thing. The second thing is to comply with the DOST forms. So our DOST forms are accessible. No? You can search that to any DOST websites. And actually, from my experience with the researchers, their first impression with the DOST forms is it's hard, no? Because you're starting from scratch.
Right.
But eventually, when you are you already submitted kahit one submissions in the past, it's very easy for you to fill out the forms.
But you're assisting them on that, right?
Yes,
you're gonna walk them hand in hand.
Yes.
For them to be able to really succeed. Because if we're just gonna, let them just do their job, I think they will not be able to really comply on the requirements.
Yes, but we totally agree on that, and we believe that our researchers are also faculties, so they also have their faculty loads with them. So we try to give our helping hand as much as possible, and that's what we call our R&D shepherding process. So from idea up until the approval of their research projects, we
You're
are
the
there.
shepherds.
Yes,
That's great.
That's what we're trying to do in DOST 10.
So they have to be aligned also, and the technology should be able to really be applicable in the economy today, because that's what we need, right?
Yes.
Like in the changing times. Some in the Asian country are moving forward, and the Philippines is still moving in the history by itself. So we really need to have to move the faster pace, wherein we really need to have this technology we're in, because we're already behind in other Asian countries, and even we're considered as a third world, right? So, but then in the UK, in the United States, they have technologies being applied wherein everything is already digital, and so that is one of the best things that I think we need to move forward to. And there are a lot of brilliant Filipino researchers that we have that we need some help, because sometimes they get frustrated because the government is not really there, and the research is already applied to other countries, and the other countries will benefit from that in our own country. That's why I think we do have a program for that, where we're inviting all of our scientists and our innovators and researchers, wherein they could come home and give us this coming home, wherein we're offering them to give their time and their research to our country?
Yes, the program is called Balik Scientista Program. So we're offering them competitive salaries than the one they're receiving from other countries, and then we hire them in the UST and we tap their expertise, and they're like our in-house consultants because they're really very smart.
And there's still a place like home. Come on.
Yeah.
And the only thing that they're out there, it's because of the income. But the thing is, there's really no place like home. They always go home to the Philippines, and I think we could always convince them for applying all of those, the geniuses that they have and their brilliant minds to be applicable in our economy to help it out, right? So, Vench, tell us more about what's happening now. What is the latest research, projects that we have been helping out currently, and was successful in our assistance?
About our recently concluded research projects, one of the
this
projects...
breakthrough, I want the breakthrough. I mean, all those that have applied, that have already been successful now, that the DOST have assisted already for 2 years. Let's say the time frame between 2021, 2022, and 2023.
All right.
So what are the top 5? Let's
Top
just
5.
say.
Oh, no.
Is it hard?
No, so we have a lot of projects, but I can't seem to remember all of them. But there is one project that really
stood out.
Yes, because that's the project of MSU Naawan on their spirulina propagation project.
Spirulina, I think is a very hard, project wherein I think the raw material is being exported.
Yes, so that's the problem with spirulina before. So our industry partner, Green Pastures Corporation, they are importing their raw materials for their food supplements.
Yes.
No? But
because we don't find it here in the Philippines, right?
But what we try to do was to create a system where we can propagate the spirulina ourselves.
Yeah, we have to explain spirulina because some of our viewers right now does not understand what spirulina means. So, do you have any idea why we're trying to help the spirulina capsules? What benefit does it give to the human body?
All right. So, spirulina is commonly used as an additive for our food supplements because it has antioxidant properties and among many other benefits. So it's like very small cells, no, that are
actually repairs
cells.
Yeah, I mean, like, does it repair the body?
Its antioxidant properties allows our bodies to
heal. Is it healing?
Put out our toxins.
Also detoxify.
Yes, detoxify our bodies.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So, any other more projects that you have helped through the years for the last 2 years, wherein we have really seen, like, oh my God, they have really been successful in this field. Do you have any other research that you have done in helping?
If I may, so this is not really funded through the current, it's in partnership with the private industry. So we have the Bamboo R&D Center in CMU, and it has a lot of potential already. And currently, we are also partnering with private institutions and private organizations and companies to be linked so that the technologies will be implemented to the community. What I mean with that is that there is a technology, and we want the farmers to join hand in hand with them to produce more bamboo products and export them. So we're linking the R&D center and the businessmen and our farmers. So
I think I've heard about that, and we're talking about, I think, the bamboo tiles.
Yes. So you've heard.
Yes, I've heard.
This one is actually very expensive abroad, and this bamboo, this certain type of giant bamboo, can only be found in Bukidnon.
And we have a lot of bamboos in Bukidnon.
Yes, so that's why this project will be very beneficial to our farmers. So, bamboos just grow at the back of their houses, just anywhere. So they will be economically be benefited to this project. So we hope that this will be, actually we're still trying to institutionalize the partnership. So
so you guys are working on it now?
Yes, but the farmers are already benefited already.
Oh, great,
They're earning.
great. That's great. So, any other projects? Let's just ask her about the top 3 for the 2-year span. Do you have, aside from the spirulina, we have the bamboo. What else did
Let's
you
talk
have?
about the sea cucumber.
Yes, the sea cucumber project, it's like the cattle research facility of CMU. We are trying to...
Is that palatable? The sea cucumber is palatable?
Yes,
Yes,
in some
po.
countries.
Yes, po. So we are gearing towards export of sea cucumber because sea
Okay.
cucumber market is very huge.
It's a niche market.
Yes, po, abroad.
Really? I didn't know that.
And MSU Naawan, through its Sea Cucumber Center, has constantly
They have
developed...
this right now?
Yes,
po.
ma'am.
Yes, po.
Wow, we need to visit this place.
Yes,
Yes.
po.
And we need to ask, like, how are they going to... But what are they asking for? I mean, I know that they probably have been asking, like, how do you help them, manufacture products from the sea cucumber and the ideas of how to manufacture, I mean, not manufacture, but help them out, preserve them. Like, what were they asking for from the OST?
So basically, the support that the OST has provided is the R&D funding for
Okay.
the propagation of our sea cucumbers and actually involving the improvement of our sea cucumber products.
Okay.
So
So what are the products, I just may ask, like, what are the products that is made by sea cucumber?
actually, the sea cucumber itself is the product.
It's very expensive abroad, ma'am.
Yes.
So we're trying to...
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, the sea cucumber itself is being exported?
Yes.
Yes, po.
I see.
So that's the market
something
that we're
new.
trying
At
to
least we
tap.
know something from the OST now.
Yes.
Okay, so they're trying to what, like breed on it so that it will. Is that what we're trying to do? The breeding process?
The propagation, yes. I think
Propagation,
it's
okay.
the same thing. No? So I think MSU Naawan has...
How big is the sea cucumber we're talking about?
In Naawan, we've seen...
Large.
Yeah, large ones.
Wow. So what is the use of sea cucumber in abroad? What do they use this for? Is it for food? Is it for what?
In my knowledge, I think it's more on the food
Yes.
food product, no? Sea cucumber as a food product.
I think Japan is very interested in
And
this.
China.
And China,
I think.
yeah.
They have this, really crazy palates wherein they could just eat anything. They could even eat bats. I don't understand why. But anyway, that's really interesting. That's one of the best things. You should take me
Yes,
there.
yes,
You
we
should
will,
help me.
definitely.
You should ask me and invite me to come over there and really witness this. How this is just amazing. Something new learning from the OST now. So that's really great. So
And there are a lot more research centers that DOST is planning to pursue. But let's see now in the next few years which new research and development centers will be established.
right. So I also heard that you guys have this ready-to-eat food now that it's already distributed in the markets, right? Where
Yes.
there's like instant lugaw, arroz caldo, and all that. That really helps, like especially if our Marines and our AFPs and our armed forces and the PNPs can be beneficial on that, especially on their missions out in the mountains, in the field. And one of the best things that it could help them out of hunger, right?
Yes, this one is it's a firm that we have assisted through the setup program, and then
Okay.
later on with other programs of the UST. So now this
This is developed by a private institution.
It was
No.
developed by USTP Food Innovation Center.
Wow, that is just great. Okay, so
So we are so glad that this technology is now being commercialized through one of our partner firms.
setup adapter.
Setup
like everybody's
Adapter.
so busy now, especially when they're working. If you're a working mom or you're a working dad, and you're a student and you really don't have time to cook, you just pop it out in the microwave, or you just boil it from the water.
As
How do you do
per as per the instructions of
Yes.
the adapter, no, you can just simply put it in a bowl of hot water. And in my personal preference, I don't even have to
Yeah,
put
you
that
just-
in hot water. I can just eat that.
Right away, you just
Right
cut
away.
it and then eat it.
So, but it's cold.
Um, Yeah, but it's already, the point of that, ma'am, is that it's...
you probably just put it out in the sun. And
Yes,
then when you're
because
ready, you just get it and it's already hot. I mean, that's crazy, right? But it's one of the best ideas, Lucas. So when I went to Dubai, would you believe it was the degrees out there was about 100. And my sister was just like they're telling me, like, you put you wash your shoes and then you put it outside in 5 minutes, it's already dry. It was like, no kidding. No, that's not gonna happen. So we're like, no, even get a pot and get an egg and put it outside in the sun. It's gonna cook. So that's what I did. I got a pot, put some little oil on it, and cracked the egg and put it outside, and it really cooked.
That's what we call ready to eat.
It was crazy. Just having the thought of having that ready to eat food is really helpful in the economy now.
Yes,
and I bet the taste should be, irresistible, because if it doesn't taste good, I think children will not eat it.
As amazing as this,
I mean, how is the nutritional value on those packs?
I'm not sure on the nutritional value.
It has. You have to
specific.
discuss it, and you have to know. You have to know, because we need to tell the people that this is really nutritious.
Yes, actually,
I think that is a convincing factor.
Yes,
I think.
yes. What we know is that there are no preservatives, added preservatives.
No preservative. How are you going to preserve it?
It's the processing
The
facility.
package?
The processing facility.
Oh,
is
you mean
very
the packaging itself is already has the preservative material?
No, ma'am.
Oh.
It's just clean. It's just 100% clean. And the facility is more on machines and less on human touch.
So there's no contamination.
Yes,
Okay.
that's it.
Okay, that's great.
And
That's
fresh
great.
materials, fresh from our local farmers.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
And then thinking about, there would be some some fruits that's already been ready to eat now. That's what we need, because some of the fruits are going to be rotten somehow. And then we still wanted to have that taste like peaches. I love peaches. But there are a lot of peaches in can. Now, if you guys can develop like apples or bananas and stuff like that, wherein it's ready to eat, well, that's when it's already mushed, and then and affordable. Is it affordable? That's
Yes,
the best
very affordable, ma'am.
Wow, how much is one of the pack?
I think one of the one pack is, I think, 28 pesos.
Yes.
Wow.
And it's good for one meal already. And as amazing as it
You
sounds, no?
tasted it,
Yes,
and then you got
yes.
full.
I tried everything.
Wow, I should try that.
I think I like
We'll
the.
bring some.
But you
Binignit.
didn't
Yes.
you didn't give me some, so I really don't know what
We'll
to
bring
say.
some the next time.
Yes,
Yes.
Babalik kami dito.
Yes, and there are some amazing products in Bukidnon that I've also wanted to taste, like the how do you call this chips that I've tasted it in America. I was in Roosevelt in New York, and then I was in an Asian fusion, and they were giving me these chips, and they said like it's taro chips. Oh my God! I was like, what? Taro chips? Is taro chips? It was included in my meal, and I couldn't believe it that it tastes so good. And I said like, oh, we should have taro chips in the Philippines. Do we have taro chips?
Actually, we already have a lot of taro chips, but for DOST...
Oh, you didn't give me some.
Oh, we'll
So
bring you
didn't
some
share.
next day.
You didn't give me some.
But with DOST, we did not just settle with taro flour,
Yeah.
taro chips. We processed it into taro flour, and to make it a more
Oh
a
my
healthier
God,
option.
yeah.
And from taro flour, we make it into taro noodles and a lot more. Taro pizza.
Come
So,
on,
yeah.
I need this. I want to, because I'm a chef, so I could really have like a review for itself, because I love food, and I think my life is based on the reason why I graduated as a chef, because this is my my backup point when I retire as a journalist, because I won't be a journalist forever. So I was like thinking like, what passion do I have? When I retire, what am I gonna do? Do I need to put up a cafe where like when I retire, like people can enjoy the food that I have? So I think I really need help from the DOSTs, introducing these products
Yes,
to like our restaurants, and they need to realize that this is a homegrown product from northern Mindanao, and we need to like have everybody taste it, right? Like especially the noodles. I want to try that.
Yeah, we will bring one of the...
Please, you got it to. I mean, I'm expecting that you guys will have. I thought you guys were going to bring some new products here, and we're going to introduce it to the public, but you didn't. But next time.
Yes,
Next
next time.
Next time, you're going to bring some and we're going to discuss about the products and its innovation. And this is product of DOST. So that we will also be helping you out with the market. And these researchers will also be able to know that we're helping them out do their market through our platform,
Yes.
which is our TV show. So I want that to happen maybe next year. I know that not next year, this year.
This
Because
year.
in July we're gonna have a
Yes.
program with DOST. Finally, we're gonna have to showcase our researchers and our entrepreneurs to sit in here with us to explain, their humble beginnings and how they've created a product, and that would also help them out, inspire other people to create and be an entrepreneur.
Yes, I
themselves.
agree, because that is why we want to really bring them to the media, to our media friends, because so that we can reach out to more MSMEs.
Exactly.
That this is what we've done to this firm, so we want you also to benefit from us.
And DOST is a regular, always a regular guest here in my TV show, because I believe that, in order for us to really move forward, is that why do you have to go against the government when you can help them out, and the platform that I have right now as a journalist, why not help the government? You don't have to, although in my case, if you've done something wrong, of course, that is my job to really, let the government know that, you're not doing your job. But at least now, if you're doing a good job, that's why I'm always here to support you guys. And, having to commend you for what you're doing for the community itself.
Thank you very much for that.
Always. DOST is one of my favorite agencies, and I actually have two. I also love Testa because, they're reaching out to all of our heart communities, or even the rebels, they're reaching out, for them to have a good future, a better future through skills. And even the persons with the persons
Differently able.
PWDs, they're helping them out also, and people that are in prisons, when they come out, at least they have skills wherein they have that. They might not be able to finish college or anything like that, but the skills now is actually very important to really survive in the challenging times of today, right? So that's one of the best things about our government agencies now, and I love it because I know that I've seen a lot of agencies doing their job really. I'm not saying that not all of are not doing their job, but I know that you guys are really working so hard to re-implement all of those directives and the mandates of the government.
If I may add to that one, the good thing with our government agencies right now is they collaborate with each other, because in the aspect of innovation, DOST cannot do it by
alone.
itself.
Yes.
No? So we leverage on the collaborations between
With
the
NEDA.
national government
Yeah, of course.
agencies and our private sectors, and also to our academic institutions.
And NEDA would know what kind of technologies do we need, because
Yes.
they actually have this knowledge wherein they have this survey, and knowing that what our government needs here in Region 10. So at least a collaborative sharing of ideas is one of the best things to have these really successful breakthroughs, right?
You could really say, ma'am, that the innovation ecosystem of Northern Mindanao is very much alive because of
and
the
I like that.
collaborations.
Yes. So it's really true. Without innovation, we
Yes.
die.
Yes.
That is so true. That is so true. And I would agree to that with Dr. To. And I like discussing it with Dr. To is like, yes, that's really true. Without innovation, we die. So if we're still going to be living in the past times, we're not going to be able to cope up with what the challenging times is giving us today. So Belle and Bench, give us more about what you want everybody to, invite all of our televiewers, our researchers to actually go to DOSTs. If there are a lot of listeners out there, if you really need help and you think you have something, a potential that you think can really help the economy, why not ask for the government's help? Now, DOST is here with us right now and open for all of your questions, for all of your inquiries. They're going to be able to help you out, answer all of your, uncertain questions. Like, am I able to, get this? Am I able to really pass through this? And is this my dream? Is it going to come true through the help of the government systems? Now, how are you going to address that now, Belle?
All right, so I think I'll give it to Vench. Vench will has some events to promote, projects.
Yes, po. And for our researchers, no, we really encourage you to contact us in DOST10. You can reach out through our official email. We also have our
Right.
Facebook page, which is very active in giving you response. So if you have a proposal idea or a project idea that wanted to be funded,
Right.
so please contact us so that we could arrange pre-engagement meetings or project design sessions. No? So we will start the R&D shepherding process in that meeting. No? So what we really want you to achieve is that your projects would be funded, and we will help you along the way with that. And I would just like to inform everyone that the Philippine Council for Industry, Energy, and Emerging Technology